somebody. I've heard of a land of joy and peace and wonderful life. A beautiful place of mansions fair and skies ever bright, where all who obey the Savior dear forever shall stay. And having been saved by grace divine, I'm going that way. I'm going that way. I'm going that way. I'm going that way. Yes, I'm going that way. And Jesus the Savior I adore is with me each day. I'm clinging to Him. I'm singing to Him and never to stray. Yes, and never to stray. Singing His praises all day long. I'm going that way.
What if? What if? Brother Abe, let me just talk to you. You can handle this. What if that giftedness that He has given you, you can take it and multiply it times 10? Then how many would you have? 10 times 1. I'm going to help you out. This is just math. I know you know math because you're in science and health and all. You know, what's 10 times 1? 10. How would you like to take the 1 and make it 10? How many other people like to take the 1 and make it 10? My lesson this morning is 10 times better. Not 10 times better than the rest, but 10 times better than the best. Come on, somebody. Repeat after me. I'm not just 10 times better than the rest.
I'm not just 10 times better than the rest.
I'm 10 times better than the best.
I'm 10 times better than the best.
Now, I'm not that smart. This comes out of the scripture.
Come on. Show
I'm not
us.
that smart.
Come on. Show us, preacher. Show us.
Let me let's see and observe what most of these prophets, they was full time. This prophet was part time. He worked in the government. How many of you are full time at Maywood? Okay, this prophet is for you. So if you think that the only people that God can use are people like Brother Lopez, is where a preacher out. Thinking that his giftedness, you can ride off of his giftedness. That's not going to work. At the new Maywood, you got to get your own. Amen? And you got to use your own. So Daniel, he had a job in the government. The other prophets, his contemporaries, they were full-time prophets. Listen. Verse 1. In the 3rd year of the reign of Jotham, king of Judah, Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, came to Jerusalem and besieged it. You see what's happening? Take over. And the Lord gave Joachim, king of Judah, into his hand with some of the articles of the house of God, which he carried into the land of Shinar, to the house of his God. You see this, Robert?
Yes, sir.
And he brought the articles into the treasure of the house of his God.
Yes.
You see what's going on?
Yes.
Then the king instructed Ashpenaz, the master of his eunuchs, to bring, listen, look, watch these children now.
Okay.
I see it 10 times, not 10 times better than the rest, but 10 times better than the rest. Look at these children, 14 years old, average age. Bring some of the children of Israel and some of the king's descendants. You see these children?
Yeah.
They didn't just go randomly picking them.
That's right.
They picked the best.
Yeah.
Okay? And some of the nobles, young men in whom there was no blemish. Come on now.
Yeah, come on now. Yes, sir. See you, Carter.
But
Yes.
good right? What is a young man that prayed? Stand up. What is a young man that just prayed? Stand up. Stand up. Good looking. Now you feel me. See, they feel me now. That's a blessing right there. Tall and good looking. Around 14 years old, 16 in the category. Say good looking. Gifted in all wisdom. Are you hearing this?
Yes.
Possessing knowledge and quick to understand. Who had ability to serve in the king's palace. You seeing this? They're going to take these best of boys that they had captured, and they're going to train them for 3 years so that they could serve in the palace. And whom they might teach the language and literature of the Chaldeans. The Chaldeans was the most wisest of the Babylonians. And they're going to teach them the language and the literature. I said not better than the rest, but better than the best. Are y'all starting to feel this? Lopez, are you feeling it yet? Okay. And the king appointed for them a daily provision of the king's delicacies, and of the wine which he drank, and 3 years of training for them, so that at the end of that time they might serve before the king. He said, I'm going to give you the best food that I got. You're going to eat from the king's table and drink from the king's wine. He thought that was a good thing. Isn't this interesting? The world think they know better for us what the Lord has. For among those of the son of Judah was Daniel, Hananiah, Mishael, Azariah. To them, the chief of the eunuchs gave name. Now, you want to notice this now. One of the things that the world does when it wants to capture your mind and retrain you and make you forget from which you've come, they change your name. Let me say that over here, y'all can feel it. Some folks have experienced this. They changed our name.
Yes, they did.
I'm sure Carter come from a plantation somewhere. That wasn't the name of my say help me with that, ancestors. I'm kind of country, I can't think of these big words. From which I come. I'm sure I didn't come to America with this name Carter. I probably received, if history serves me correctly, they gave me this name. It wasn't my name, it was the master's name. You feel me? Okay, so sometimes when they want to strip you of your culture, and they want you to forget about your God, and forget about your name, because these names had meaning. Dan-E-L, I-E-L. Lopez can teach about this later. Ish. Y'all feeling this? These were names that related to the faith they had in their God. They were meaningful names. But the king knew that, so he what? Changed their name to something that meant something attached to their gods with a small g. That's the first thing he did. Y'all feeling me?
Yeah.
He gave Daniel the name Belteshazzar, to Hananiah, Shadrach, to Mishael, Meshach, and to Azariah, Abednego. Here's where you get your shout on. This is point number 1, Lopez. But cancels out everything else that had been planned for them. But cancels out everything else that the enemy had planned for them. But said, everything that I told you so far is getting ready to change. Say but. Say new. New. Same as but. But, listen to this. Daniel purposed in his heart that he would not defile himself. Wait a minute. The king is asking you to eat the best that he has, and you're saying, Daniel, with no power, presumably, I done took you from your home, took you from your family, at about 14 years old, brought you to a foreign land, changed your name, and I'm giving you the best that I have, and I dare you to say you're not going to eat it because it defiled your body. Let's back up. But Daniel purposed in his heart. That's the first point. Daniel purposed in his heart. Daniel decided. Have you made a decision on what gifts you're going to use in the new Maywood Church of Christ? Let me tell you something when you make a decision. Decide. You get suicide. You got to kill off all other options. Decide. Have you decided? Yeah, kind of quiet. Have you decided? Don't get scared now. Let me tell you what happens when a man decides, or a woman decides. When a man or a woman of God decide, God orchestrates things, people, and places to work in their favor. Verse 9. Come on, preacher. We ain't got that yet, bro. You feel me? Yeah. When the mind says, I can't, the mind stops trying. But when the mind says, how can I? You gotta know how to ask the right question. The mind will continue to search until it finds a way. There is a way. And I will find it. If not by the grace of God, I will invent it or create it because God is the creator. Yes. And then if you keep reading, he said, what? He created us. Yes. Come on, preacher. First thing he tells about us is that he's a creator. Amen. And then he said he created us in his image. Amen. I'm claiming that creative force. Amen. Because if you can't find, God don't have to find a way. Amen. He will what? Make a way where there's no way. Amen. And you can do the same thing. Amen. Come on. Amen. If you claim the giftedness from your Father. Yes, sir. God, Daniel purposed in his heart. See, sometimes we got to take it from the head to the heart, to the will, to the emotion, to the volition. All these things to the mind. See, God has a spirit, and then we are spirit. We have a mind, and we're physical. Well, sometimes, Brother Avery, we're functioning as if our cup is upside down. We start with the physical, what we see, what we can touch, right? Some familiar, some physical, right? And then we make a decision about what we see, even though the words say walk by and not by. That's upside down if you're working with the physical first. And then we start thinking about it. And then after we don't mess it up worse than what it was, then we come dragging it into the Lord and we start praying about it. None of us do this. But some folks, after they done everything else, done sold their wild oats, done cast their pearls among swine, didn't keep the cookies in the cookie jar. You know what I'm talking about? Now, God. Say now, God. Let me tell you something. But Daniel, purpose in his heart. Now, God. I want to talk to you about, this is the next word, this is the next phrase in the outline. Daniel possessed faith. Not only with God, but with man. All right. It's in verse 9. I'm sorry. Now God. Now God had brought Daniel. I can't make this stuff up. I'm not that smart. Although I did graduate second in my class. Compared to who though? Who were the other folks in the class? No man wasn't in the class. Lieutenant wasn't in the class. Whispers wasn't in the class. And God brought Daniel into favor and goodwill of the chief of the eunuchs. Why is that important? You keep reading, we find why that's important. I said that when you purpose in your heart, God orchestrates circumstances,
Amen.
people,
Amen.
and things to work in your favor.
Amen.
See that go ahead?
Yeah.
Well, first you got to what? Purpose in your heart.
Yeah.
God looks at a man or a woman, a boy or girl's heart. That's what he's looking for. We look at the outward appearance, but God looks at the heart. And he's trying to say, is there a man or woman or boy or girl that has purpose in it? See, 1 plus 1 is 2. That's called cooperation. Okay, now you might not want to say this next time because this is going to cause you to have to do some more work. 10 times. Well, if you ain't doing nothing, 10 times 0 is what? 0. But if you're at least doing one thing, 10 times 1 is what? 10. Now here, 1 and 1 is 11. That's called collaboration. Let me say that again. Here's what I'm trying to say. Some of the stuff we're praying for, God has already given to us.
Amen.
Lord, have mercy.
He's given us most of the stuff, Lopez, I discovered that I was praying for.
Yeah.
He had already given it. I was praying to get rid of high blood pressure, diabetes, neuropathy, obesity, but I didn't want to stop eating the stuff I was eating. God said, you fool. He said, you fool. You think I'm going to bless that? Why are you committing gluttony? That's a sin. I can't bless that. It's not in my nature. You need to collaborate with me. You feel what I'm saying? Okay?
Yes, sir. Collaborate.
Collaborate
With God.
with God
For some favor.
for some favor.
Yeah.
You got the purpose in your heart
Yeah.
to lean not on your own understanding, but to trust in the Lord. In all your ways acknowledge Him, and He will direct your path. See, I thought I was smart.
You thought.
I thought. But you know what I know? Oh, foolish, wretched man I am. Even my right. Verse 10, and the chief of the eunuchs said to Daniel, I fear my Lord, the king, who has appointed your food and drink. For why should he see your face looking worse than the young man who are your age? Then you would endanger, he's going to take my head off. That's pretty reading when he opened the door. Look at what Daniel said. This is the next point, Lopez.
Yeah.
Daniel postured. He postured. See, sometimes when it don't look like you got no power, you have to stand
All right.
Lord have mercy.
and see the glory of the Lord.
Yes.
Even though they had changed his name. He knows my name.
Yeah.
I can't sing it, but maybe my cousin can help me. He knows my name.
All right.
Oh, how he walks with me.
Yeah.
You feel me, okay?
Yes, sir.
Oh, how he talks with me. Oh, how he tells me I am his own.
Yeah.
You know my name.
Yeah.
See, they changed his name, but God knew his name. Come ain't trying to recommend this diet. Vegetables
Yes.
and drink water, and let the rest of them, let me and my boys. So you got to have a crew. See, the other thing, this is another point. Daniel partnered.
Yes.
He postured, but he didn't remember, he didn't forget the other three, there were four of them.
Yes.
He partnered. And he said, take us, let us eat the vegetables and drink the water and give the rest of them what the king wants them to eat. For 10 days. And then we'll come and appear before him, and you decide. You remember he said God found favor with the chief of the eunuchs?
Yes.
And he said, we're going to appear before you, and you decide. And then when they appeared, I got to rush on. When they appeared, they found them better.
Yes.
Better. Say better.
Yes.
They were better than the rest.
Wow. Wow.
And he said, okay, since you're not going to be looking puny, you're going to be looking better, go ahead with your diet. He said, please test it. Please test it. Don't you feel like sometimes God, you should just say to the world, please test me. I dare you. Please test me, he said. So Daniel, verse 11, so Daniel said to the steward whom the chief of the eunuchs had set over Daniel, Hananiah, I told you Daniel partner, Mishael and Azariah, please test your servants for 10 days and let them give us vegetables to eat and water to drink. Then let our appearance be examined before you, and the appearance of the young men who eat the portion of the king's delicacy, and as you see fit, so deal with your servants. So he consented with them in this matter, and tested them how many days? 10 days, till verse 15. And at the end of the 10 days, their features appeared better, say better, and they were fatter in flesh than all the young men who ate the portion of the king's delicacy. Verse 16, thus the steward took away their portions of delicacy and wine that they were to drink, and gave them vegetables. I'm just saying. I'm not trying to say change your diet, but I'm trying to say change your diet. Unless you want to stay, you know.
Well.
Verse 17. As for these 4 young men, listen to this carefully. God gave them knowledge and skill in all literature and wisdom. And then he separates Daniel out. And Daniel had understanding in all visions and dreams. Who's going to save the whole country next? So all those guys that was in the king's corner, that was closer to him, because of what God specifically blessed Daniel with. Now see, you don't get this kind of stuff. I'm going to make an assumption here. You know, you learn from Scripture by necessary inference. I believe Daniel prayed. Matter of fact, we read on later, we know that he prayed at least 3 times a day. I told you I wasn't that smart. I just read the rest of the story. He prayed 3 times a day. So you don't get this kind of extra without some prayer. So say Daniel prayed. That's another point. If you want to go read Daniel 6 and verse 10, you'll see where he prayed, but I don't have time to go there. And then we know that Daniel prospered. Didn't he prosper?
Amen. Yeah.
Daniel pride. I'm talking about P-R-I-E-D. You know how you pride in somebody's business? I mean, you get right, you get real in it. You put a lot of energy into it. Pride. Looking, going deep. He went deep. I was talking to Brother Lopez. Brother Lopez, don't ever say nothing to a preacher before he preached. He said, give me permission. Look at the Lopez said, it's okay, Carter.
It's okay, Carter.
He said to me, Carter, I don't know if he said I was or I am. He said, I'm a mess. And I said, Lopez, every master was once a mess, or at least mediocre. Which means that every mediocre mediocre or a mess can one day be a master. And when you give a master a message that he gives to the masses, God will orchestrate things in the favor of the people so there will be a miracle. Say miracle. Miracle. There's a miracle in this room. Amen. And we ought to put a praise on it. Amen. There's a miracle in this room. And we ought to put a praise on it. Do you believe that this God has lost his power? And he can't give you 10? When you recognize with your own mind, you have one. If you have purpose in your heart, God will orchestrate things in your favor, so you'll be like what my dad used to say. You have this. You know what he used to say, Brother Abel? I can look through muddy water and see dry land. And I believe it. I had no choice. If you didn't believe, you better act like you did. You know, that's big. God wants to see before we be. Amen. Let me say that again.
All right.
And you don't even have to try to figure out what to see.
It's laid out already.
All the glory of God, the inspiration of God, the favor. If you just spend a little time, just have a little talk with Jesus.
Well.
He didn't hide it.
No, he didn't.
There's so much stuff
Yes, it is.
that God has put in our hand. Hey, take your Bible. Come on. This is literal. This is not figurative. Take your Bible. If you have your phone, that's it. That's the Bible. Say, God bless what's in my hand.
God bless us in my hand.
Here's your blessing. Don't miss Bible class. When it's Wednesday, don't miss it. Don't just come. Now, some of you are taking notes and some of you are not. What if these men, look Lopez, look at me Lopez, what if these men didn't take no notes? What if they didn't take notes? Some of this stuff we wouldn't what? No. Talk to me Lopez.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
I know you. Lopez, what if these men, the inspired men that wrote this, so some of them had to take notes. First, we can infer that they were listening. Some of them are writing stuff that other folks did. So they had to be observant.
Yes.
And they didn't have,
Electronics.
it took work.
Yes.
And it's going to take the new Maywood Church of Christ some work. But it ain't going to hurt you. It's going to help you. God, I believe, sent me here today to tell you that you can be 10 times better. Yeah.